you have an update on how she's doing when we expect her back?
I don't know when she's going to be back. Hopefully she's back this year. I know she's doing great. She's working out more, progressing through rehab, and we just got to stick to the protocol.
Got it. And so obviously you said before you're a big scouting coach, so you've had plenty of time to do that. What has kind of stood out about Watford on Saturday, and then even some of the other opponents you guys are going to face a little bit later on?
Yeah, Watford is a good team. They have a point guard on their team that's averaging 20-plus points a game. She can really score at all three levels. She's the head to the body. Creates too. She averaged about 5 assists, so she kind of makes them go. But they have some really good pieces. They're a little bit young. They start 3 freshmen, and they've had some injuries this year. But they run their stuff really good, and defensively they force you to shoot outside shots and sag off of you and things like that. So we got to make sure we put the ball in the hole.
What has your focus been, during this long exam break? When I know you're not practicing every day, but when you did have the team together, what did you work on? Anything particular?
Yeah, first of all, them mentally and physically getting a break and recovering. But then also we spent a lot of time working on us. So working on our offensive chemistry, offensive execution, some things in transition. We've been messing up our lanes a little bit. So just getting higher percentage shots in transition and finishing those. And then defensively getting back to our principles, because we're a good defensive team, but we've had a lot of blown coverages. And then also working on some other things defensively that we want to sprinkle in.
How much value is there to this? You have a little bit of a body of work that you can point to now. Now you have this little bit of a lull to kind of reassess and recharge.
Yeah, it's really important that they recover during finals week, right? But then also that you get better. You got to work on yourselves. We did some individual workouts where they individually can see the ball go in the hole and just work on their skill set. And then when we get the whole team together, then we get better together. But it's kind of like you got to find a good balance between it, because you don't want them to get out of shape. You don't want them to get out of rhythm. Since you're not playing games, you go from playing games every 3 days to not playing one for 10 days. So I try to make sure in practice we're still getting up and down. We're still getting some game simulation, but we're getting better as a team, and then they have time to get better individually.
Did you change anything this
I'm sorry?
year? Did you change anything this year at exam point compared to your first year, kind of
No.
navigating it? Or?
I pretty much have done exam week the same way since I've been a head coach. I just really believe in mentally and physically fresher players perform better. So just finding a healthy balance of how to get better as a team, how to get better individually, but also get rest.
We have a couple of non-conference games left. What are you kind of hoping to see from your team over the next 2 games? Hone things together before ACC begins.
Yeah, I want to see a little bit more consistency, just from everyone, really. And also I want to see just that killer instinct, like that killer mentality. I think sometimes we play the name on the front of the jersey, whether that's good or bad. And I just want to see us be consistent. I want us to prepare for every team the same way. I want us to perform the same way, so I want us to go out there, start right, punch first, set the tone, but then not have that little dip that we've been having, especially in the first half. Our second halves have been pretty good this year, but we've really been working on our start and just our first half of the game.
Your team has had some good shooting nights, but I think overall the numbers aren't as good as you'd like them to be or think they can be. Has shot selection played into that at all?
Yeah, shot selection is what we're talking about the most. When we take high percentage shots, we usually hit those. Man, that could be from the three-point line and in. So when we just kind of get in there rushing, maybe you just subbed in and we're just taking a quick 3 like that, that's not really what we want. So settle in, get to the rim, create for somebody else, get your legs under you a little bit, and then shoot. But I know we're a great shooting team. We've proven it a couple times this year, and we prove it in practice almost every day. So we just have to understand where our shots are coming from, who needs to be taking what shots and where. And then I think we'll see us have more success under the legs.
Speaking of shooting, we got Jillian over here. She gave you a boost in the last game. What kind of growth have you seen from her as she's settled in now?
Yeah, she's getting more and more confident, and that's what I love to see. She's the type. She's almost averaging a double-double at this point, and she's the type of guard that can affect the game in so many different areas, so many different ways. So she can shoot the ball, and she hasn't really done that as much as she would want to. But then I'm like, take the focus off of that. You can get downhill, you can get out in transition, you can, pull up, you have a great pull up, you can play D, you can rebound. There's so many ways that she helps this team, and now she's starting to focus more on that, and I think we'll see some of the shots fall as well.
In year 2, how much have you maybe seen some of whether it's Cam or Sam or London, some of the veterans sort of becoming extensions of you guys as a coaching staff and the message you're trying to deliver?
Yeah, that's been awesome to see the growth there in leadership. Not even just them. I mean, Kim and London, they're big voices for our team. Sam as well, Mir, even our point guards. You know, Yanta's grown a lot with a commanding presence. So just to see the culture continue to thrive and everybody understand expectations, standards, our system, but to have those leaders, because we do have quite a bit of fifth years on our team, and so to have them step up in adverse times has been awesome.
The social media post out there about two guards being among the assist leaders.
Oh, yeah.
When they both can set different people up and it gives you options, you can go off the ball. How much of a luxury is that right now that either can make plays for you guys?
I think it's great, you know, so, you know, obviously Mo starts for us, and then when Yanta comes off the bench, we can still run our offense, we still have an understanding, a commanding presence, set people up, but then both of them can really score as well. So scoring point guards are great, but facilitating point guards and having both of those together is really going to help us, because now people can't just play off of us from the point guard spot and double other people, but then they have to respect them, but then now our point guards have the IQ and understand the system where they can, you know, draw two and kick or set up our bigs in the ball screen, things like that. So I think they're both doing a great job.
You had a few really good individual rebounders. You knew that coming in, and obviously rebounding has been a point of emphasis for you. Did you expect going into the season that the rebounding numbers were going to be as good as they are at this point, where you've got one of the best rebounding teams in the country?
Yeah. Honestly, we can rebound from every position. And I mean, even last year, we were a pretty good rebounding team, and every year I've been a head coach. It's a big emphasis for me. It was probably my favorite part of the game as a player. So everywhere I've been, I've kind of carried that over. So here, this year, we got kids that really buy into that. We got athleticism, we got heart, we have a lot of things that contribute to that. And then some just have a natural knack for where the ball's coming off. So I love our ability to rebound, and we can't waver. Even when we get an ACC play, that's got to be a staple for us.